government. Never. They have never used it. It's a terrorist state. All they know how to do is to kill, lie, rape, kidnap, and do unlawful arrests. Force people to be converted to Islam. You refuse to be converted, they chop off your head. That's all they know how to do. Crimes upon crimes, abominations upon abominations going on in Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed country. It's a fragile country. Nigeria is a frozen country, and as such must be dissolved so that people inside there can have life. Divide Nigeria and let the indigenous people go and rule themselves. Free houses. Free the Yorubas or the Oduduwas. Free the Middle Belt and Biafrans so that people can have life. Kidnapping is not part of democracy. Don't mind Nigeria. If now, first of all, when they want to start democracy, let them first of all release Mazen and the Kanu.
Cause Kama is real, are you there? Kama is real. Kama is real, you're not there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Take over, please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that, good sermon, educating Musa and his cohort. They think they understand what democracy is all about, but they don't. They're just pretending and camouflaging in international community, thinking that they can deceive people. But unfortunately for them, we know better than them. And we know where they're going. We know their plan. We know what they're trying to do. Musa is actually working for Shetima. The same way Ifeanyi Uba is working for Shetima. And I hope Uzodimma is also working for Shetima. These are people that have signed the agreement with Shetima, believing that very soon Shetima will take over and they will be well positioned and they will be given heaven and earth. But we understand them very, very well. We know them very, very well. Musa is always coming out calling the name of PM and all that. It's a very good publicity for us. It's a very good publicity. I believe that Chukwu Okike Abiama is tormenting him every day by day. He's always hearing the voice of PM every day, every day. He's not comfortable, without mentioning that name. The way he's saying it in the public is also the way he's discussing it with the individuals. When he calls somebody, maybe in international community, he will mention Simon Eber. When he goes to a meeting, he will mention Simon Eber. Because for him to be saying it in the public shows that he's restless without mentioning that name. And obviously, Chukwu Okike Aka Chukwu Dia is not in vain. This is a general. This is a general. Supposedly, well-trained military man, according to his rank. But look at the way he's belittling himself, bringing himself down every day. I don't think he's doing it with his own clear eye. Something is always pushing him. Going to their media, they say they don't want to talk about Biafra in the media, but look at it the other way around. Musa is the one going to NTA, TVC, all these their channels preaching about Biafra. Remember that anytime he mentioned Simon Eber, it's as if he's also mentioning Biafra. Because PM is the face of the struggle at the moment. So anytime, any day, he mentioned PM, he's actually mentioning Biafra in the international community. The same thing they are doing in the Red Chamber. He started it in the Red Chamber. They summoned him, and the only message he had for them was Simon Eber. Simon Eber is becoming a menace, and that is how you know the voice of someone that has been defeated. Biafra has actually defeated Nigeria, and they are crying every day by day, every day by day. A whole day dedicated for one man, talking about one man. They are talking about Biafra. It doesn't matter what they call him. They are talking about Biafra. They are talking about MNK. That they think, if we put him in that dungeon, everything is over. But every day, they are mentioning him. Every day. That is to tell you that Akachukudia. I keep saying it, we are at the injury time, the last lap of the race. We are at the perilous time. DM said it. They would throw every dart you can think of. They would throw it to us. But it's time for us to be strong. Not only to be strong, but for us to bring everything in us for this fight. Money is needed. Your energy is also needed. But mostly money is needed for this last fight. We already have army. We have defense force. We have, all of them. They need to be well equipped in this last rap. These people cannot defeat Biafra. It's impossible. As long as me and you continue to do the needful. It's good to come online and talk, but talking without action will not do us good. So please support. Increase your support at this last, like our minister said, don't think that what you're doing is in vain. I say, Abacha also Ago Mile. It's not in vain. What you are doing is not in vain. At the end, the people who refuse to do this work, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I don't want to keep saying it. But they will know that Biafrans are not laughing. We're not the only country that have received their freedom. And today, those that refuse to do the needful, to support, are more like second-class citizens in their own country because they refuse to fight for their freedom. Freedom is not free. Freedom is not cheap. It costs a lot. Up to today, the Ukraine president is still going around looking for money, asking for equipment all over the world up till today, with every money, every penny given to him. You know, from America, from UK, from Canada, from all over, from EU, he's still asking for more money. Talk more of Biafra. Please support. Please support. We need your support at this time around. Join us every Saturday. Every Saturday. Come out and put your name in the book of life so that you will be counted at the last day. We need you. Our PM need your support. That is the only energy you can contribute. That is the only energy you can contribute is your support. PM is ready for them. Is always ready for them. I can see sometime on comment section, there will be the one asking, do you sleep at all? All these Afonjas, they will be the one asking if PM, do you sleep at all? Let's fight this thing once and for all. Let's get our freedom from this janjaweed and go home and develop world-class city. The best in the whole wide world. Better than Dubai and other countries that we've been to. Others will be coming to visit. Everything you can think of, we're going to have it in Biafra land. We're going to bring it. We're going to bring Dubai. We're going to bring America. We're going to bring the UK. All in Biafra land. People will be traveling all over the world, coming to Biafra land. We're going to bring that Jerusalem that people travel for pilgrimage. We're going to create it in Biafra land. So please join hand. Let's do these things, let's get this thing done. You can see from every angle that these people, they've been defeated. Forget about all this, their mirage, show of force and all that. Forget about it. They are less in number. We've taken over completely. That's why you see them dancing on the street, showing different, just pretending as if they still have army. They have nothing at the moment. No police. You can't see any police on the road. They are just hiding, all of them. Come out in mass and give your support. Come this Saturday. You don't have to wait. The website is always open 24/7. Go and give your donation. Thank you so much. Stella, are you back? Stella, have you been kicked out? Okay. Mazi Onyeka, I think your hand has been up. After you, then my co-host Chukuma will take over. Mazi Onyeka, are you there? All right, Chukwumeze, go ahead. please.
I am here. I am here. I am here, my.
Give it to no. Give it to Sister Stella. You know what I'm saying? Let her speak. Let her finish. Let her finish her submission. You hear me? Come on.
Yeah, she's not. She's trying to connect. She has
Hey,
not
look
been.
at her.
She hasn't connected yet. Mazio Onyeka is also having challenge as well. Please, if you want to talk, you can raise your hand at this time around, so that we can bring you in. If you want to say something,
Okay,
raise your
Ronnie.
hand.
Ronnie, go ahead, Ronnie.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, sir. Our Minister of Information, Mazi Sonia Balawa. Karma is real. Chukwumeze. Mazi Nkode number. Wari's sister. Biafra League. Ben Chooks. Our university. Mr. Snow, Simon Epa, and all the rest. My sister Chinwe, it's been a while. Shimon, our minister will go. Frank, and all the rest of the warriors in the house, I salute you all. It's amazing when you start hearing them, especially Musa, who is a terrorist, canvassing for extradition of one of the peaceful ambassador, Mazin Simon Epa. Maybe he doesn't understand what peaceful ambassador means. Ambassador of peace. This is the person who is working. He claimed to be, his name is Christopher Musa, if I'm correct. He will be claiming to be a Christian while he's a useful idiot in Quran they are using to kill his fellow Christians. He should have known that after these jihadis finish using him, they're going to kill him. He should go and ask of the former chief of army staff from Benue, Bade. That one was the one they used, destroy, kill Christians during Jonathan administration. At the end of the day, they killed him. So, Musa, you are not safe. You are not safe. You can only be safe if you can reason with Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and all Biafrans to canvass for the freedom of your own people. Because the people that you think you are working with, they are using you now. They're going to kill you. They're going to dump you. Nigeria is a terrorist country, a country that supports terror, that give free hand to terrorists. Why go after freedom fighters? Why go after innocent people? Look at what is happening in Aba. They will go and arrest innocent citizens, accusing them of being the one killed Soya. When the Biafra Liberation Army has already made it clear to them that they are responsible. Why haven't they gone there? Because they are cowards. They can't do anything. This is the country that is sponsoring terrorism boldly on a daily basis. They are using, what they do is just as our minister said, they will go to the north, they will call them bandits. They will not use their military terrorist army uniform in Biafra land to kill us. The only sin Mazi Simon Ekpa committed is saying, no, you can't kill my people anymore. And these people, they think they don't know that the international community know the game they are playing. Maybe they don't know the meaning of Biafra Republic government. Government in exile is a government now. It's not about Mazi Simon Ekpa, Musa. It's about a government. So before you think of extraditing him or before you think, because you don't know what the meaning of extradition means, what you know is how to kidnap. Just know that is a government versus government. You cannot just wake up and start kidnapping a prime minister of a government. It doesn't happen that way. This time around, we are not backing down. We are not moving an inch. No inch of our land will be given to Fulani terrorists or the evil contraction called Nigeria. We have made up our mind. not to you continue to use our blood to hold the evil contraction as one. We are living.
Is Ronnie speaking?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ronnie is still speaking. Ronnie is still speaking.
All right, just let me know when it's done, because I don't know what's going on, but I can hear every other person. I can hear Ronnie. Just let me know when it's done.
Okay, okay. Should I continue, Kama?
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Is it
like
done?
I got, no, I'm not done yet.
Is Ronnie done? Okay.
So, like I got,
Hold on. I will let you know when Ronnie is done.
All right.
all right. So, Nigeria is a terrorist state. It has been made known. Everybody knows that. This is a country that allowed terrorists to have free hand in the north. As we speak right now, the food scarcity you are experiencing in Nigeria at the moment is caused by these terrorists. They have free will. The other day they were having meeting, public meeting, on a broad daylight in Borno State, recruiting their people, recruiting new ones. And we didn't see you, Musa, going there to apprehend them. We didn't see you, Musa, getting the villagers from that Borno arrested for aiding and abetting terrorists. But you have the guts to go to Biafra land, about to be precise, and be arresting innocent people. You are crossing your line. Musa, you have crossed the line. You have crossed that line. And let me tell you something. This new generation of Biafran you see, we are not backing down. We are just giving you this warning now. A time will come when we will not listen to your trash and we will take it head on. Stop killing Biafrans. Stop killing Biafrans. Stop accusing our PM. His only sin is saying no to your terrorism. And we are not going to back down. So if you are here, you have been sitting on the fence, you better wake up. This is the time to support what we are doing. It is not easy, and we cannot do those things with bare hands. It's money. Money is needed. So put in your best. The little one you have been doing, double it. This is the time to stay focused. It's not the time to listen to side gossip. There are a lot of them online now. They suddenly, didn't you see suddenly now they have loved Igbos. They are now the one that love Igbos. They are not the one that love us, Biafrans, so much. They are not telling you, the problem we are having is Simon Ekpa. No, no, no. Simon Ekpa is not the problem. No longer Boko Haram. No longer Fulani terrorists that have been terrorizing people on daily basis. International community, I want you to be on the know that Nigeria is a terrorist state, and they are planning to use Nigeria, their terrorists are planning to use Nigeria as an epicenter toward terrorism. So whatever you see them telling you on their crooked and paid media houses are false. They are liars. There is no truth in them. What they do is to give free hand to terrorists while going after the people who doesn't want those terrorists to kill them. I yield my mic. Thank you.
Chukwumeze, are you there now?
Yeah, I'm there. Is Ronnie done?
Yes, Ronnie is done. Yes,
Okay.
he's done.
Let me just say something briefly. Then I'll give to Onyeka. Mazi Onyeka hand has been up for a while.
All right.
Yeah. So you see, I just wanna first of all, before I proceed, let me observe our protocols. Good day to my honorable information minister. Good day, all ministers on this X space. Greetings to our prime minister, wherever he is. Greetings to our supreme leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Greetings to all friends of Biafra, all lovers of freedom. Those who agree with what we are doing, greetings. And to our enemies, you can continue to watch us and watch how we cruise into our victory. Yeah, you see, nothing seems to amaze me when it comes to the zoo. Every day, you wake up to one shenanigans, to one idiocy, one stupidity of the zoo. You know, their criminality, they've gotten themselves involved in so many criminality that they have become so emboldened that criminality now it seems nothing to them. And they feel like they can do anything they want to do and break any law they want to break. They thought that what they did to our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the same thing that they can do to our prime minister. That is why that idiotic Senator Baribe can come out boldly and say he went to see the Finnish ambassador, the UN ambassador,
My
and all
brother,
those
my brother,
rubbish.
Senator Ewu Iberibe, Senator Ewu Eyinaya Iberibe, Senator Ewu Eyinaya Iberibe, please.
Yeah. So you see, it's because of their criminality. You understand? But one thing that the zoo, Musa, and all of them fail to understand is that the way our liberation is waxing so strong in the sense that we have naked the zoo before the eyes of the whole world. That anybody that venture, that ever try to align themselves with the zoo, their image will be dented and their image will be destroyed. So they're still living in the past, not knowing that the whole world now is getting ready for Biafra. And it is good what they are doing. It is good because we need that awareness. If they like, whether they fight us, whether they talk about us, whether they talk positive or negative about us, it is just creating the awareness. Remember what our leaders say. He said a time will come whereby we will not pay nobody to talk about us. They will be the one talking about us. And today, that's what is happening. It's happening before our very own eyes. And to all those of you who are sitting on the fence, I want to ask a question. You listen to Onyendu when he was still with us. And he made a lot of prophecies. All those prophecies right before your very own eye are coming to pass. And everything he said and how he said to go listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa, our PM, everything is happening. So what more other evidence do you need before you can stand up and join what we are doing? But what I want to tell you is continue to stand on the fence. That's at your own peril. Whether you join us or you don't join us, Biafra must come. So for Musa and the zoo, Musa is crying because they are losing every day. And I want to let our people know, you understand, what propels an army to victory is the morale of their military. It's the morale of those army. You can have 400,000 army, but once their morale is low, they are as good as nothing. And right now, in the current state of the zoo army, their morale is very low. And their morale they have been infiltrated by so many terrorists, even the indigenous ones that are there. You understand? They are an endangered species, they are at risk. So even if they want to fight, they can't fight with all their mind because they don't know if the next man behind them that is claiming to be their fellow army colleague is a terrorist and is about to shoot them. So the zoo is down. The zoo is gone. What they are doing now is just, you know how scavengers act after the big cat has finished eating the meat. Then whatever is left, the scavenger will come. So what you are seeing now is the last remain of the zoo, and trying to acting like the cry of a dying horse, thinking that they are going to try to conquer, they're going to try to defeat us, but they don't know we have moved past all that. They are still living in the past, thinking that they will still do what they did to our fathers. between 1967 to 1970 to us. But today it is a different ball game because we have gone and read that history. We have read everything that happened, and now we are applying it in our own time to make sure that the mistakes our fathers made, it never happens again. And one thing I want us to understand, you see, when you are reading about the history of Biafra, you know, as you read more, you continue to get more insights. Your eyes become open. You start to analyze things critically and trying to figure out what really happened, what really happened. And it has finally occurred to me that Biafra, that war between 1967 to 1970 needed to happen to awaken our people. Because even after those colonial masters came and subjugated us into slavery, and while they were doing what they are doing, behind the back doors, they were changing the history, taking away everything that will link us back to history to make us know who we are. So at that point, we didn't even know that we used to be Biafran, except for some few who still have that in their archives. So, Anchuko Kikabiama, being the God that never abandoned his children, know that a time like this will come, whereby this entity that we have been forced into by the British, we plan to exterminate us. But what happened? That one needed to happen so that a lot of people can wake up, so that people can start asking questions. And people can start seeing that, Biafrans can start seeing that the environment that they find themselves in, you understand, is an environment of hatred. And for me, I want to say, it started with Franco Pigo by bringing that name and suggesting it to Ojukwu. Our internal leader took up that mantle with the mandate of all the chiefs in Biafra territory there, and decided to go to that war to make sure that we protect ourselves as a race. And even after, as everything was going, a lot of things happened to still further show us that these people hated us. The world never liked us. Even the United Nations, they never liked us. Britain has always been using our Biafrans to play politics for their own selfish interests and their own gain. Even at the height of the genocide of kids dying in Biafra, the then PM of the stupid PM of the British government, Lord Wilson, he mentioned it that no amount of lives that are lost by the children of Biafra that matters to the interests of Britain. Even at that point, when things were beginning to turn against them, because the images of the journalists that came to Biafra, that were taking images of the humanity crisis, the catastrophe that was going there, that was putting it out in the public. As it began to go, it was during that time that even the same British government were heading into election. Harold Wilson, was so scared he might lose his seat. He even had to come to the zoo in the middle of that crisis. He came to the zoo, and it's the same thing they've always done. Anytime they visit the zoo, they don't come to the east. The only thing he did, he visited Gowan. After visiting Gowan, he tried to call our leader Ojukwu to see if he can foster some resolution so that he will gain back popularity in his election. So right from the inception, these people have always hated us. These people have always hated us. No, they never liked us. We should not be in that place where we are today. We should be in our own nation, doing things our own way, handling our own affairs, you understand, determining how we want our future and the future of our children to be. So right from the inception, they've always hated you as a Biafran. So now that we are waxing stronger, you have every opportunity to do the needful and get this freedom. So why would you want to continue to sit on the fence? And let me tell you something. Chukwu Kikabiama never abandoned us. I don't want to know he never abandoned us. he brought that message, the name of Biafra, to Franco Pigo, you understand? And as soon as that name was brought to Ojukwu, Ojukwu adopted it. Because when something is your own, you understand, it doesn't take so long for you to attract towards it. You understand? It's like the law of nature. It's just like when you give birth to a child, you understand? No matter anywhere, as long as your blood runs in that child, there will still be some similarities of you in that child. It's the same thing. As soon as that name Biafra was suggested to our internal leader, he adopted it. Remember, it started with Franco Pigo. God gave it to him. He passed it to Ojukwu. Even when it seemed like we were losing the war because of the blockade and the starvation that was going on, even when our internal leader left, when he left, they said he was a coward because what Gowon wanted to do was to defeat Biafra to the extent that he would capture Ojukwu and behead him. The history is there. He wanted to do that. But Ojukwu took that away from him. And he left. He left and went into exile. Even while in exile, Gowon government was still trying to extradite him so that they can still try him and kill him. But it never worked. But let me tell you something. Do you know the symbol of Ojukwu leaving Biafra at that point was because Ojukwu took Biafra with him. Ojukwu leaving Biafra at that point made Biafra still alive. And even after Ojukwu, after everything that happened, as years down the line, after he was pardoned and he came back to the zoo, he still carried Biafra in him. He was still talking about Biafra. You can see it every time he speaks, let my people go. He always talked about Biafra. And even before he died, he passed it on to Uwazurike. Biafra never died. That means Chukwokika Biama has always kept Biafra alive for us so that we can take what belongs to us. He never died. Uwazurike ran his thing for 10 years. He fell off the cliff. Even while during that period he was running it, our leader Onyendu was in Masob. And the batting automatically fell into the hands of our leader. And our leader took it over. And he formed IPOB. He kept it running. So if you just look at the continuity, he never died. There was always somebody who was a Biafran that the baton of Biafra has always been in his hands. And they kept passing it down from Franco Pigo to Ojukwu to Uwazurike to our leader Onyendu. And now the baton has now fallen in the hands of our prime minister. And he's going to be the end and he's going to be the finisher. So God has always had us in his thoughts. He never abandoned us. Even as he made us scatter around the world, he did that for a purpose because we are going to need funds to fund this movement at this point in time. That was why you and I and every one of you who is out there in the diaspora went out. Go out there and search for greener pasture. So if God has blessed you wherever you are, now is the time to give back a portion of that which he has given to you so that we can get this freedom, so that the next generation to come, you understand, we not suffer this thing. When you read the history of that one, everything, you understand, you will sit down and ask yourself, why is humanity so heartless like this? The shenanigans you see United Nations doing today didn't start today. It has always been happening. And that's why another thing I want to point out is before I give the mic to Onyeka, another thing I want to point out is it is very important we stick to the template of our prime minister. Follow him. Let's trust him. He knows what he's doing. He's gonna bring us Biafra. You understand? Because even during that war, there was an incident that happened that was going on in the zoo. Some oil companies from Lebanon, Italy, and Germany, there were like about 18 of them. You understand? Even at the height of that crisis, they were still drilling oil for the zoo in Kwale. And when Ojukwu found out, they went there because by that time, Biafra was already gathering sympathy from some countries like the likes of Canada and the rest of them. You understand? That was speaking up to resolve the crisis going on in the zoo. You understand? So as soon as those people were were captured and were tried. Yes, sir. They were supposed to be sentenced. They were supposed to be sentenced to death. Do you know what happened? The whole world started turning against Biafra and said, what kind of people are these? Are these the kind of people that you want to give freedom? Our internal leader started asking them, how many lives of a black man or of a Biafran that will equal the lives of one white man? So you see, in as much as we are doing what we are doing, we need to be very careful, because at any slightest opportunity, these people will paint us a bad name. So, but this time we have come in a different dimension. And it is this new dimension that our Prime Minister brought that will give us this freedom. So please, Asa, let's do the needful. Let's support. Let's vote. We need money. Ammunitions are expensive. Weapons are expensive. We need it. So please, let's all do our best. And trust me, Biafra will come. Thank you. Onyeka, let me give you the mic. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Biafrans. I greet you, fellow great Biafrans, my honorable ministers, my comrades and ladies, friends of Biafrans. Thank you for your good words. I say more grace to your elbows. Yes, you have said it all. You see, sometimes whenever I see space, Musa post, Channel TV post his garbage, I do ask them, how did he become general? Unarguably, by killing innocent Biafrans, made him general. You know, what our Prime Minister deprived them over the years, this is what has been going on, but our people don't understand. When they tell you they come to do python dance, after killing Biafrans, harvesting their organ, they went into bunkering. All of them made billions from oil bunkering, oil and gas bunkering. You know, this is what most of them lobbied themselves to be made military shift to be posted in Biafra land. Either some of them will be doing extortion. All the extortion they're doing in our roads, Musa is getting his own share. He's getting his own share. So all these things, all this evil that have been doing in our land over the years, going to bunkering, and you know,